We have a wife, and they both, if she's working, they can do something to help out because I'm struggling.
Okay, go ahead and proceed with the default.
I call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Danielle Hardy.
And ma'am, what's the name and ages of the child or children in this case?
His name is Kenny Dwayne Noel the second, and he's 12 years old.
And who does that child live with?
Me, Danielle Hardy.
Okay. Are you and the father living together?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you fill out some paperwork when the child was born that named the father for that child?
Yes, ma'am. He signed the birth certificate.
Okay, but did you fill out an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, ma'am. I
And
guess.
who is the
All right, guys, listen carefully. This case starts with tension already in the air. A struggling mother steps forward, clearly overwhelmed, explaining how life hasn't been easy. She's raising her 12-year-old son alone, carrying the full burden while the father remains absent. As the court begins, her voice reflects both strength and exhaustion. She identifies herself as Danielle Hardy, confirming that her son, Kenny, lives solely with her. The father's presence? Practically non-existent. No shared home, no co-parenting, no communication. Yet legally, he exists in the picture. The questions begin to unfold, slowly revealing a story that's been building for years. Paperwork signed, paternity acknowledged. But responsibility? That's a different story entirely. And right here, you can already feel it. Something deeper is about to come out.
and who is the father of the child, just to make sure?
Kenny Noel.
Okay, and there's no other person that could be the father of the child.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, are you asking that your address be kept from the court record?
From him, yes.
Okay, and why?
He has a temper. He has a bad temper. And like if he had to get visitations, I was just saying I didn't want him to, well, the house that I'm in now, but that was, she was saying for further, like if I happen to move like somewhere else in Dallas, I wouldn't want him to know my address. He has a real bad temper, a real bad attitude that I really don't like to deal with. Yes, ma'am.
What would happen if he had your address?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. I don't know if he would try to break in or anything like that. I don't know. I just don't trust him like that.
Has he ever done something like that in the past?
No, what he has done is yelled and scream and say I will hurt you, in front of my child and thing, and had him scared.
Okay, so there's been family violence?
No, I've never pressed any charge or anything, but just the being loud and screaming to the top of your lungs and making my son scared. Yes, but nothing
Okay,
that I've pursued.
okay. Ma'am, are
Now this is where things start getting serious. The mother requests something very specific. She wants her address hidden from the father. That's not normal unless there's fear involved. And when asked why, she doesn't hesitate. She describes his temper aggressive, unpredictable, and honestly, intimidating. She admits she doesn't even know what he might do if he had access to her location. That uncertainty alone says everything. No physical violence reported, but loud threats, screaming, and emotional outbursts, all happening in front of their child. Imagine being a kid and witnessing that. That kind of environment leaves scars. The court digs deeper, trying to determine if this crosses into family violence. Legally, maybe not. But emotionally, psychologically, it's already done
you
damage.
seeking to be named a joint managing conservator or a sole managing conservator?
A soul, please.
Can you and the father work and make day-to-day decisions
We
for
don't even
the
speak. I haven't seen him in 6 years. And no, man, we can't really.
Okay. Are you okay with the child's address to remain in Dallas and surrounding counties?
Oh yes, we'll be here forever. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the father lives in Dallas County?
That I know of, I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't spoken or seen him in 6. We haven't spoken, seen him in 6 years.
Um, And as far as visitation, if the father decides to exercise visitation in the future, are you in agreement with the standard possession order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand that if he were to exercise the standard possession order, he would have the ability to visit the child the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month.
Yes, ma'am.
And you testified earlier about some yelling, screaming. I heard that. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Knowing that, do you have any safety concerns with the father having access to the child? Can you explain?
I was asking the lady about it, but she said I would have to have someone to be there with him. Because I was actually like if someone could be there, but she said it had to be someone on my side of the family, and I don't have anyone that can be there. But I feel my son, by him being 12, and if he was with him, and if he had that fussing and that stuff going on with his father, he yells at him and things, I'll have to just come back to court again and see if I can do something different.
All right, now the court shifts gears into custody decisions. The mother makes her stance crystal clear. She wants sole managing conservatorship. No shared control, no joint decisions. Why? Because for 6 years, there has been zero communication with the father. That's not co-parenting, that's absence. The court asks if they can even make basic decisions together, and her answer is simple. No. They can't even talk. That alone paints a powerful picture. Despite everything, she agrees to standard visitation if the father ever decides to show up. That's the twist. Even after years of silence and past behavior, she's still leaving the door slightly open. Not for him, but for the child. And that right there shows you this isn't about revenge. It's about giving her son a chance.
Okay, ma'am. I hear what you've testified. So do you think it's in the child's best interest to have supervised visitation?
It's been 6 years, to be honest with you, ma'am. So I mean, I want to
Okay.
give him the opportunity because people does change. So if he
Okay.
wanted to try, yes, ma'am.
Understood, ma'am. And is the father disabled?
He can walk. He's getting a disability check, but he can walk. He used to work, like go like to different jobs and work and get paid cash and stuff like that. Back in the days, I don't know what he's doing now.
Ma'am, is he receiving
Yes,
some kind of benefit?
yes, ma'am. He is a disability check from the state.
And to your knowledge, is that SSI or SSDI?
I think it's SSI.
Okay, and what type of injury does he have? I hear that you said he was walking, but what type of injury?
When we was dating, he was saying, I guess he worked at Family Dollar and it had a product, I guess like a 2-team lift. And he said he lifted and I guess it must have messed up his back a little bit. But I can't tell you like if it was something bad because he's walking. He's not in a wheelchair or anything like that.
Okay, and are you in agreement for his child support to be set at 0?
Not really, but if I don't have another choice, that's all I can do. Because he has a wife. I know he married, so I don't know, but it's my first time. So.
But hold on, it's not that simple. The court brings up visitation concerns, and the tension rises again. The mother recalls the father's behavior, yelling, aggression, and making the child feel unsafe. Now she's stuck in a difficult position. She doesn't have anyone to supervise visits, yet she worries about what might happen if her son is alone with him. It's a gamble, a serious one. She explains that if anything goes wrong, she'll have to return to court and fight again. Think about that. She's already preparing for potential damage control. And yet, despite all this, she still says something unexpected. She wants to give him a chance. Because, in her words, people can change. That single statement adds a layer of humanity to this entire situation.
Okay, and what is the reason you disagree with it being set at 0?
Because I feel he have a wife and they both, if she's working, they can do something to help out because I'm struggling.
Okay. Are you in agreement with medical support being set at 0?
Yes, because I'm getting Medicaid for him.
Okay, and you're in agreement with the judge ordering that you keep the child on Medicaid.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. To your knowledge, how long has he been disabled?
I don't know. I met him in like 2009, so I'm not sure how long prior to that.
And what year was your child born?
2011.
Okay. So as such, the state is proposing that there be no retroactive ordered. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I have here that you wanted to request something regarding the child's passport. What was your request to the court regarding the child's passport?
If I could, I guess, have a piece of paper, affidavit, some stating that I can get him a passport.
Have you attempted to get him a passport before?
Yeah. And they told me I can't do it without the father's signature.
Okay, so you're asking for the exclusive right to obtain a passport for the child.
Now we step into the financial side, and this is where things get even more complicated. The father, according to her, is receiving disability benefits. He can walk, move, and previously worked cash jobs, but currently claims limited capacity. The court questions the type of support he receives, likely SSI, and tries to understand his condition. But here's the issue. There's no clear medical severity presented. Meanwhile, the mother is struggling financially, raising a child alone. When asked about child support being set to 0, she hesitates. She doesn't agree. And honestly, who would? She points out something critical. He has a wife, 2 adults in a household, potentially earning, while she carries everything alone. That frustration? Completely justified.
Without the father's permission, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have anything additional you would like to add?
No, ma'am.
I pass this witness.
Our default judgment granted, non-disclosure is granted, sole managed conservatorship, standard visitation. Y'all need to find an exchange location if he ever chooses to visit so that he's not coming to your residence. No child support or medical support because he's disabled and he's been disabled since the child was conceived or born. We're not doing any back child support, government medical, and I'll grant you the request for the exclusive right to receive a passport or apply for a passport. The
Thank
Attorney
you.
General's office will put that all in the court order.